So good evening everybody and welcome back to FTRL on this sunny Thursday evening. Let us take you to a happy place to round off your Thursdays. It is GT2 and we land here, it's week 4 of the season, and we have landed here at the rolling picturesque circuit that is Alsace. Doing some community service with some comedy to kick off your evening. Yeah, week 4 of the season, and it is our second sprint week of the season as well then. So 3 races to bring you tonight. But first, the small matter of qualifying to get out of the way, and it is a return of our F1 style knockout qualifying. So what will happen now is that all 15 drivers will be on track, and the top 4, I believe, get knocked out in... No, it's top 3, isn't it? Top 3 get knocked out in qualifying 1. Top 4, then the bottom 3 get knocked out in qualifying 1, the bottom 4 get knocked out in qualifying 2, and we end up then with an 8-car shootout for pole. Now for the first segment, everybody needs to be on the medium tyres. Nobby Norris is on the wrong tyres. So I need to making their way around. We're going to go aboard then with Sir Goose for a lap then of Alsace. Now this, of course, is the test circuit, but not the track we're racing on tonight then. Just because it's FTRL, we like to do things a little bit differently here. So we're qualifying tonight on the Alsace test circuit, a new circuit for GT7. And it is the first time it's appeared on an FTRL calendar in any way, shape or form. You can see here, a lot of climb and down. There's a bit of a roller coaster this one. We'll go on a lap when he comes around. But yeah, so first part of qualifying, everybody will be on the medium tyres. The bottom 3 will be knocked out. We're going to another 5-minute qualifying thereafter, where the bottom 4 will be knocked out, and then soft tyres come out in qualifying 3, where we go for pole. First time on the board then is a 44.6, and we're going to go then for a lap then. Now you recognise this bit of the circuit. This is on the main circuit and into the hairpin. And this is where the circuit differs. You can see all the tyre marks there, which will go left. Blast up this hill. It's a steep old hill, and it's over the crest here. The car gets light, the back end will get loose, especially in these mid-engine cars. And look at the drop as they come down here. We're attacking that inside curb, and then we rejoin the circuit here. And we come into this long banked right-hander, the key parts of the main circuit. Drop down. Left-hand side, there's the pit lane for the short version. The line, and Sir Goose goes on to provisional pole then with a 44.3. So Sir Goose have had a really strong week last time out of Daytona, and he's following that up then in qualifying here so far. He leads an Oblivion element then, so Oblivion is back for 1 week only. He is filling in for Super Hands, who unfortunately can't be with us, so I hope to see him back next time out. He has lost none of his pace, and he is currently P2 on the grid. I'll make that P3 because Fever Beaver has just gone to the top of the standings. The championship leader, who had a bit of an off week last time because he was struggling with a fever. But like Duke Nukem, the guy who voices Duke Nukem has appeared on my For You page on TikTok. And much like Fever, he's got a nice catchphrase, which I think is quite appropriate here, which is Fever is back. He's here to chew ass and kick bubblegum, and he's all out of bubblegum. Just to prove a point, he's now 2 tenths purple on himself, so he is flying. So expect Fever to be back to possibly his Imperious best this week. He's looking like it so far in qualifying then. It's a short lap here, so they will get multiple laps in there, and he makes a nearly 2.5 tenth improvement to go nearly 3 tenths clear of Switchback, who's come up to second then in that Mazda. So Goose then down in 3rd, Oblivion 4th, Odon going well in 5th. Now Renault, that should be a strong car around here. He's on to improve here. Stay with him as he comes around this banking. Let's see if he can jump Oblivion into 4th. He improves, but not enough then to go. And of course, this stays 5th, and Andy then is P6, currently maxed F in P7. That's second of those Renaults. You can see it's busy on this circuit. It's a 44, 45 second lap with 15 cars on the track. It is very busy here. Max currently is 7th. Glyn is in 8th. Nobby Norris starved last week again in 9th. Royston in 10th. got Mikey in 11th, Johnny Boy in 12th, Derek in 13th, Joe Burns in 14th, and Jonesy down in P15 at the moment. Anyway, then. So 3 races tonight, as I touched on before. The first race will be decided by this qualifying session once we get through all 3 segments. And that will decide the grid for race 1. Grid 2, or race 2, the grid is decided by the finishing order from race 1. And then race 3 is a reverse grid of the race 2 result. So that is how the cars will line up. Each race is 11 laps. And of course, 2 races must be run on the medium tyres, 1 race must be run on the option soft. But this circuit here with a lot of long, heavy low corners like this one here will really work those left-hand side tyres, so we might see cars needing to pit during their soft tyre laps. Fever then does not improve on that time, so he is then now waiting to see what everybody behind him can do. You can already see the tyre. Well, look at the tyre on the medium tyres, let alone the softs. So then goes through second. Goose goes through third. Does Oblivion improve? No, he's fourth. He's through. Odon is through. Andy looks like he's going to be through. Does he improve on his final run? He does not. He's through safely in 6th. Max Def is through in P7. Nobby Norris coming to the line. Does he improve? He does, but stays in P8. Glyn though is through in 9th. Royston through in 10th. Mikey is through. Johnny Boy is through. And the 3 that go out then are Joe Burns, it's Derek, and it's Jonesy. The 3 drivers out, and Jonesy's struggling a little bit this week because he's transitioning to wheel, and that Ferrari around this circuit is proving unduly tricky for him so far. Then, so qualifying 1 over and done with. Then Fever then leading the way with a 44 flat. Switchback second, so Goose in 3rd, Oblivion in 4th, Odon, Andy, Max, Nobby Norris, Glyn, Royston, Mikey, and Johnny Boy then are progressing through. Look at that then. Joe Burns just missing out in 13th, Derek in 14th, and Josie in 15th. Yeah, Pagani pointing out there's 3/10 of a gap, 3/10 of a second gap there between first and second, and then 3/10 of covers second to 5th. Fever laying down a very early marker. Goes out then. Derek, Jonesy, and Joe Burns are eliminated from qualifying 1. We go now into qualifying 2. Still on the medium tyres. Another 5-minute session coming up shortly. Nobby again is on the wrong tyres. So last time out then, we were at Daytona. That was week 3. It was a mixed event, so we had a sprint race followed by a medium length endurance. And in GT2, it was Andy who was victorious in the sprint race. He prevailed in what was a titanic battle with Sir Goose. Sir Goose's tyres just dropping away in the end, though. He was victorious in that one then. And in the main race, it was Zomlar who was emphatically victorious in the main race. Despite picking up a couple of post-race penalties, he was still the winner for the main race then. Once again, though, star of the show was the man who is currently on board with Nobby Norris in that Lancer, who tried to be bold. He was bold and the only one to try the 2-stop strategy, and it so very nearly paid off for him. He was on for a P2, but worse the podium until the last lap where he got caught by Sir Goose and Andy. They overhauled him and he ended up P4, but still a very impressive drive once again from Nobby Norris. And he go well again this week, we shall see. Andy again coming through there for strong results last time out. This time will lead us around. Let's have a look then at the standings coming into this week. The overall driver championship looks like this then, despite having an off week. Fever still leading the way. It is on 117 points. There's Zomlar jumping up to P2 after a great week for him. He is on 99 points, 6 points ahead of Mikey, who's still going very well. What happened to Fever? Fever got through fastest. However, that was only quality from 1, so Fever was fastest by nearly 3/10 of a second as well, so he was emphatically quickest. To start there second. Johnny Boy switched back and to the top. 4.2 was quicker than he went in qualifying 1 there, so Zach is immediately improved. But standings, yes. Mikey then sitting in P3 at the minute, then going very well there. He's on 93 points. Nobby Norris, his teammate, then just behind him in 4th. Great start position for him. He's on 88. And we find Odon on 81 in P5. Andy is P6. He's on 80, just a point further back. Derek is in P7. He's on 79.5 points. A point ahead of Glyn, who's on 78. And we find Switchback in 9th on 74.5. So Goose is then in 10th. He's on 70 points. Then we find Super Hands in 11th on 64. Royston is 12th on 44. Jonesy is 13th. Jonesy is on 38 points. Max Def is 14th on 36 with Beach. Johnny Boy 15th on 21. Steve reasserting his dominance meanwhile, 44-1. He's once again gone faster, and that's the overall standings. Of course, we've got individual category championships at the moment as well in the pros. As I expect, it is FIBA leading the way on 36 points from Andy, who is on 28. Switchback is on 26. Royston is on 16 and Jones on 14. The pro standings in the Pro Am category. Just Mikey leading the way in that one. He's on 31 points. And I just had Derek, who's on 27. Super Hands is 3rd in that one on 24th. Glyn 4th on 22. And Max in 5th on 15. Fever on to 44 flat once again. He's looking super rapid here. Switch back in 2nd. Goose again in 3rd, so those top 3. Again, Oblivion going well as well. Mike in 5th. Owen on 6th. Royston is 7th. Max is 8th. Owen is 9th. So Max Def currently the last one then in for qualifying 3. Then Glyn's got to find 300 a second. Nobby Norris in 10th. Improves, but not enough. However, Royston has just improved, and he is into the top 8. With Glyn improved as well. So Glyn's in the top 8. Then Max is now out. As it stands, Nobby Norris in 10th, Andy in 11th, and Johnny Boy needs to get a move on. Going through the AM standings for the Andy just improved. He's just outside, 10th and a half off Royston. Last 30 seconds of qualifying then. Who's going to go through? Fever looks assured he's through. Zach's pretty comfortable through, as is Sir Goose, but still pounding round. On the bottom, does Royston improve? No, he doesn't. What about Andy? He's just done a personal best last time around. He might get one more lap in here if he's quick to the line. Doesn't improve, he does, but it's not enough. He's 23,000 shy, but he has got another lap. Max, Nobby, and Johnny Boy coming around as well. Johnny Boy's down, so he's not going to be improving. What about Max? He is improving. Nobby was behind him, didn't see his time. We'll stay on board with Max then. That's around first. He sparks, they're coming off the car grounding out around that long banked corner. Has Max found enough time to get into qualifying 3? The answer is no, he does not. What about Nobby Norris? No, he's not through either. Andy then's the last one. Sacking the curves to the line. Is he through? No, he's shy. He's just come up short. And with it, he will be out of qualifying. And there we have it then. So Fever again through, quickest of all. Just the 2/10 up this time then. Zach closing in slightly. So Goose going through 3rd. Oblivion in 4th. Odon in 5th. Mikey in 6th. Glyn in 7th. And Royston in 8th. All 3 only man's cars through. Go on the boys. We've got a bunch of tools, two of the Auto Trader Racing, and one Team Quick Fit. All Tom and the Mongs are out. It was Andy, Max, Nobby, and Johnny Boy who have been eliminated that time. But you see just 23 thousandths in it. So super close to qualifying then. So we now get ready then for qualifying 3. Now this is where the gloves come off. The soft tyres will go on. I'll wait for that. I will touch on the standings when that is the pros. In the pros, that's the pro one again. Why is that been loaded twice? In the AM standings then, Zom is leading the way after his victory last time out. He's on 35 points. Odon is second on 27, a point ahead of Nobby Norris, who's third on 26. Sagoosh just behind them on 23, with Beach in P5 and that one on 9 at the moment. The team standing then, a bunch of tools are leading the way then on 513 points, 3 wins to their name. Only Man's then giving chase. They are second on 473.5, also with 3 wins to their name. Tom and some Mongs are in third on 452 points. They've got 3 wins as well. Fourth with Team Quick Fit, 398 points, also with 3 wins to the name. And in fifth is Auto Trader Racing on 294.5 points. But no wins to their name then, so can they break that duck this time out? Here's the question for that team. Here we go then, final 5 minutes to decide the grid for the first race. Cars on the way. She's leading us out again. So they're trying to tag himself into GT2 in place of Fever. Well, Mikey has decided to take the grass route there. That's suboptimal line. Start a lap, so switchback will come through. Odon there trying to get tow from his teammate. So we start our flying laps then. Here we go. Odon's got very loose there into the braking zone. He's gone wide. He is out of there. Here he is. Then over the crest, has gone forward with Mazda. Deep at this drop. Fun for those minutes because thankfully after the session they don't have to do that drop anymore. It's gone to the full layout. Mazda not biting in very well in that first turn there. You saw him just understeer massively through the first part. Expect to see the time drop into the 43s though. 43.8 then from Zach. Even going second. Also Goose now getting very loose as well into the braking zone there. Just set the third fastest time. However, Fever drops into second then with a 43.8, but Zach is still fastest after the first runs. Might get the 45.5. Perhaps I must be stupid. Probably yes, but we'll have to get SVY to confirm. Oh, Derek, are you in your VR? Can you confirm? Goose closely. Okay, then we'll get on board with Goose, shall we? On board with Goose just for unsafe. 24. Might not be improving on this lap. I'm sure we have that massive wobble. So let's go on board with the Goose then. So Glynn goes fourth just behind him. Oh, he's been sucked into the corner there. Odon went deep and Goose followed him in. Gets it stopped though. Fever improves, but Zach is still fastest. Goose is down by nearly 2/10 at the minute then, up to the top end of the circuit there. Odon a little bit wide again, not worrying about Apex at all there in that Renault. They're getting tight there, bounces over the curves and settles the car. Nice bit of slipstream down this straight here. He is closed in on his best time and he's now only half a tenth down. Don't blame you. Listen, Derek, do not blame you then. Let's see there, the understeer. Everyone's going to peel up into the pits. Who's coming through? Has he found enough time to improve? He's lost some time in that final sector. Why is everyone in the same picture? Just a good question, Pagani. Why is everyone on the same for the track? Fever then to the top, but only by 0.08 of a second then at 43.8 from him. jumps ahead of Zach, who's in the pits for fresh tyres. Oblivion in third. Glyn then going really well in fourth. 44 flat from him. Nissan going well. We were quite planted through this part of the track here, mounting those curbs. Goose in fifth. Odon in sixth. Mikey seventh. Royston is eighth. Yes. Royston is looking to improve on this lap then. He'll be getting a bit of slipstream as well from Fever. I think ahead of him. Does he improve? He does indeed by 6/10. It goes ahead of Mikey. Only say a big chunk of time there, but only makes up the one place. Getting on his way on from fresh tyres. Get one more lap in. Sideways on there. What about Zach then? He's just got in some fresh tyres. Fever meanwhile has improved to a 43.5 despite having some tyre wear on that front left tyre. He is finding time still, but Zach is going quicker. Zach is nearly 2/10 purple through sector 1. He's a little bit wide at the top of the hill though. Plunges down the hill, bounces over the curb. He's still purple, but he has lost some time. He's taking a really high line off the bank in there, going to drop down to the bottom. It's a nice line then. Is it going to be enough? He will get one more lap as well. Oh, he's lost time in the final sector then, so despite being purple through sectors 1 and 2, he lost it all in the final sector. But he's got one more chance. Fever meanwhile I think has bailed out Mikey, he's just improved but stays in 8th. And again Zach is purple in sector 1. So Goose has gone 3rd meanwhile. So these three have been pretty much the fastest 3 in all 3 sessions I believe. It's definitely been a Fever and Zach 1-2. I know Goose was in there. Oh, he's still purple this time. 1.5 tenths. He's not lost so much in that first sector this time. What about this final corner? He's already lost it all last time. Is he going to snatch pole right at the death? He does. No, he doesn't. He improves, but it's not enough. Again, losing time in that final sector. And it is Fever then who takes pole position by 1.5 tenths in the end then. So Zach closing down steadily, but not quite enough. It was 3 tenths in qualifying 1, 2 tenths in qualifying 2. It's 1 tenth in qualifying 3, but that means that Fever is on pole position for the first race. Herculean effort, Zach, all the same. Great job there. He comes in P2. Goose then starts 3rd with the returning Oblivion in 4th. Glyn in 5th, and so all 3 only man's cars in the top 5, and go on the boys. Odon then starting P6. Royston is P7, just ahead of his teammate Mikey. And that's how the top 8 will line up then. So we'll re-sort out the lobby, return to practice, we'll change tracks. Mikey's forgot to change the track. Will he realise? Maybe he's just cancelling the race. I'll maybe let him off. Oh, here we go. Oh. Nope, he's still on the test track. Mikey, you're on the wrong track. There we go. I'm actually the hot tour. Oh no, the Daisy Sundero has been delayed. Oh no. Sad times indeed then. So, 3 races ahead of us now. The small amount of qualifying is over and done with. And now we move to a completely different circuit, which represents a very different challenge. And so it is long and undulating, lots of long sweeping curbs. Who's that on track then? Derek. He's going pedestrian there. Of course, the case we go quickly, so we'll go on board for a lap then with a Royston. camber there is there. There is also undulation on exit. It's going to make the car go light. The back end's going to be sliding all around. So flat, long left-hander there. Be careful not to run out to the outside then. Just tricky right-hander here. Big curve on the inside. The barrier's right there as well. A little bit of curve and run off on the outside there, which Royston uses, and a bit of grass. Flick here, that bump there, and go over this crest here. Again, downhill off camber. Now this is where the test circuit joined there from the right. Of course, now we're on the bit of the track we have been using in qualifying. This long banked right-hander is going to be really working those left-hand side tyres. Those who are working on the starting on the soft stick, see the understeer there. Short straight there where the pit lane is. And hard on the brakes for the hairpin. Slow there down to about 50 odd miles an hour. Short spurt then. All this uphill left hand, there's a bit of camber there. You can throw the car in, but then it drops away on the outside as you head up the hill, and then we're climbing up to the top of the circuit here. And there's a plunge downhill against it. It's still a bit of a roller coaster circuit then. Brake earlier than you think. The final couple of corners. Use that banking and camber to get the car into the penultimate corner, into the final corner. Mind the wall on the right hand side as you get the power down. We'll start another lap then. Here's turn 1, of course, again. Uphill, quite flat. A little bit of camber there to help you get the car turned in. Immediately climbing again then, so the circuit you seem to be forever climbing. Massive big downhill bits. So let's get some predictions, please, in the chat then. Who do we think is going to be victorious in race 1? We're going to see another Fever versus Switchback battle. Collecting tyres as well. Who's going to be on what tyres for this first race then? Are we going to see people on the softs? Especially those at the front. Trying to make hay of track position. Of course, are we going to see pit stops as well? The circuit, a clockwise circuit, a lot of right-hand corners, which means those left-hand side tyres are taking an absolute beating. Whether or not they can do the race distance on them, or are we going to see some pit stops? So we'll bring the medium tyre runners into play, but the speed difference here can be quite massive. So go to the grid then. Fever starting on pole position. He's on the soft tyres. Switchback is second. He's on the mediums. So Goose in third on the softs. Oblivion in fourth on the medium tyres. It's Glyn on the softs in fifth. Medium tyres for Odon and Royston and Mikey, Andy, Max, Nobby, Johnny, Joe, Derek, and Jones at the back on the softs then. And away we go for race 1. And turn 1, Feeble holds the lead then, but Oblivion up the inside of Saka takes him wide, and Sir Goose gets up the inside of both of them, and they're side by side as they come off the corner. There's 3 wide further back. More contact there between Odon and Glyn as they head through the left-hander towards the hairpin the first time, but it's an only man's 1-2. Oh, big old shot there. Oh, big contact. Glyn into the back of Oblivion, who's hit switchback, and I think Odon was caught up in that as well. Zach's all the way to the back. Oh, disaster there. What that has done is given Fever and Sir Goose a massive lead. Royston's up to third, then he's had a good start from 7th, he's up to third. Glyn's in 4th after that contact. Mikey in 5th, Andy's in 6th place, Nobby 7th, Derek is 8th, Johnny Boy in 9th, and Jones in 10th, Oblivion in 11th, recovering after that contact. Max Def got caught up in it as well by the look of it. Joe, Odon and Switchback. Oh, Josie's round. Oh, and back to Zach as well. That's clumsy. Somebody else has gone round as well. It might be Max Def. Glyn has got ahead of Royston again then, so it's an only man's 1-2-3. Fever running away at the front, so who's going with him? Glyn's down to third, all 3 of them on the soft tyres. Oh, Andy's... Oh, that's Bobby Norris off. Oh, wow. Oblivion manages to avoid him. Johnny Boy gets through as well. think he was holding the brake. I think he was reversing to get going again. Forks. Well, things you'd love to see. Only man's 1, 2, 3. That is what we'd love to see then. Austin in 4th, Andy in 5th, Derek in 6th, I believe in now 7th, and recovering well after that awful first lap. Nobby in 8th, Joe Burns just behind him, and then Johnny Boy in 10th, Max Death in 11th, Odon is 12th, Mikey is 13th. Make that 12th, he's just gone past Odon. Zach then, who's so unlucky to get caught up in that accident. He's down in 14th, Jonesy after that spin is 15th. Who then is off and running on lap 2. So Goose going with him. And those two were practicing earlier. Goose was on holiday this week, so him and Fever were practicing earlier, and Fever managed to coach about 2 seconds out of his lap time. So not an easy quick, he can impart his knowledge and make you quicker as well. Polestar marker boards everywhere over the track there after somebody was off earlier. We didn't see who it was that went off there first. We saw a switchback in them as well. This seems to be the battle pack at the minute then. Joe Burns is through to the front of it. He's in 8th. Nobby Norris behind him in 9th. Then we've got Max, Mikey and Odon. Max is wide. But he's still got the inside of Nobby Norris somehow. I think Nobby had a slide. And they're side by side. It's Quick Fit versus a bunch of tools. Max around the outside of Nobby Norris. Drops into the gap between Mikey then. Gets a run off the corner. Tries to look around the outside, but nothing doing. Climb up the hill, staying as you are. Mitsubishi, Renault, Peugeot and Renault. Johnny Boy down to 13th. There's a drama somewhere. Zach recovering in 14th and Jonesy down to P15. Meanwhile, up front, Fever leads by 3 seconds. He is flying. 50.4 is the kind of pace he's been displaying in practice all week as well. He is flying. So Goose going well in P2, Glyn in P3, but he's got Royston for company behind him. Well, he's doing a really good job in this one so far. And he's cut through as well, so the BMW's in 4th and 5th. Derek in 6th, and so despite a poor qualifying, Derek has found himself in P6 in the early stages of this one. Got the recovering Oblivion behind him. So in 8th. Nobby, Mikey, Max and Odon. So Mikey's ahead of Max now. Trying to fight back. Oh no, Andy's gone round. Andy's got around on the exit of that hairpin and he's all the way down to 13th. And he just dropped that under traction. Can we do that much sprint race at Nürburgring? The short one, absolutely. Oh, drama then. The man in 5th place spins out. Nobby Norris has got his head down now and is starting to close in on Joe Burns again, who had escaped this group. But now they've stopped battling. Yeah, it's very easy to do that. Much like, hey, I've had some good results at Norwich Live recently. Met on ACC, granted. I'm down for some Norwich Live. Derek meanwhile is now closing in on Oblivion. I think Oblivion's got ahead of him actually. Up front, Fever's lead is now 4.9 seconds. Should be giving chase. 50.5 that time from Fever. 52.3 from Goose. 44.9 apparently from Glyn. I don't think that's right. What's he done really? 52.7. There we go. 2 52.7s. 53 races. Oh God. We've got all weekend to do that. Wilson's still going well in 4th, and he's the lead car on the medium tyres. Oh no, I'm not doing 200 laps. Have you seen his race stream of, or his video of doing 200 laps of the Norwich Life? It took him 28 hours. Andy nearly lost it. Living in 5th, Derek in 6th. Yeah, 28 hours. Joe in 7th. We've got Mikey, Nobby Norris, Max, Odom. This man now looking imperious. Front left tyre looking okay at the moment. Let's have a look at the gap then. So Royston's the first one on the medium tyre, and he's 12 seconds back now. A tyre only stop won't be too long around here. This is quite a short pit lane here at Alsace. Oh, no, thank you. So Fever getting into the territory where he can pit if he so wishes, and we'll come back out in the lead then. Maybe just your thumbs. Have some big old blisters. Oblivion now haven't got his head down. He's starting to pull away from Derek ever so slightly. He's 4.4 seconds behind Royston. Battle of the cars on the medium tyres, so let's see if he can do anything about that. Joe Burns, despite coming under increasing pressure now from just Mikey though, who's ahead of Nobby. Still hanging on to 7th, so again the one who was knocked out in the first part of qualifying. Come through very nicely. Because it's about 9.5 seconds then, so for the minute, Fever, it can pit and he'd come out in 2nd. The gap between Goose and Royston at 6, and that's about 8 seconds, so yeah, the top 2 are nearly in the range. He's got to make a pit stop and come out still ahead of the rivals. So looking good for early Mans at the minute. There might be some trouble coming Glyn's way, and the stewards a little later on. The front 2. Lamborghini just starting to slide its rears ever so slightly. I think Goose is definitely on for a pit stop. Fever's tyre wear, the front left is looking a little bit second hand, but the rear tyre's in superb condition. That Subaru really seems to suit the circuit, which bodes well for the two of them tomorrow. Robson, Aaron and GT1. Robson's gap over Oblivion is down by about 4/10 then, so Oblivion is closing ever so slightly, but Robson I think will be happy with that gap. He's not taking enough to worry him at the moment. Joe Burns meanwhile is catching Derek, bringing Mikey with him. Nobby dropped up a little bit, and Odon and Max still circulating together in 10th and 11th, and he's recovered to 12th. He's got ahead of Johnny Boy now. He's got Switchback closing in as well. Jonesy hating on life meanwhile at P15. So coming around to complete lap 5. His lead 7.4. He's going to go around again. Goose will probably go around again as well. Probably get to lap 6 before making the stop. Gives a bit extra time then to build the lead. Glenn meanwhile has now got 3.8 over Royston, so he's just edging away ever so slightly. Lap time wise they were fairly equal, 4/10 in it the last time around. Glenn does a 53.4. 45 flat, so 54.6, so took about 8/10 out of him on that lap, so pulling away as well. Oblivion meanwhile is now just 3 seconds behind us. We've taken a second out of Royston on that lap, so Oblivion now got his head down. Now he's charging. He's coming. Royston might be looking in his mirrors in the not too distant future. Mercedes is on 6th. Joe closing in ever slightly. Car's looking good. Mikey in. I mean, frankly, he was in the way of a car crash. It was completely Zach's fault, if I'm honest, Begun. He had the whole track he could have been anywhere else on that track, but he had to be in the way because that's just what Zach does. Back in on Mikey then, so the two Thomas and Mongs cars, the two Bunch of Tools cars behind them, and then there's 2 Quick Fit cars behind them. Zach Newell has now got ahead of Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy had a drama somewhere, 2:11.0 on that lap, so he's had a moment somewhere. Oh, he's having another one there. Saves it though. And Aaron Marshall will be pleased to see Jonesy suffering further back. So Fever coming into the final couple of corners, and are we going to see him dive into the pits this time around? His lead is nearly 9 seconds over 2nd place. He is indeed. In comes Fever then from the lead. He's going to pit. I imagine Sir Goose will probably follow suit as well. The tyre looking very second hand of that Lamborghini. Yep, in he comes. And what about Glyn? What's Glyn going to do? That front left tyre looking very angry. Yep, he's in as well then. So the 3 leaders are in. Fever's on his way. Fever still leads. Royster coming over the start finish line now. So Goose is on his way. And Goose will come out in 2nd place still. So Goose is holding the P2. Where does Glyn filter out? He's going to come out in 5th. So he's just behind Oblivion, just ahead of Derek. Oh, he hasn't changed tyres. Oh no! He's gone through and he's clicked off the tyres. Oh no, Glyn! Oh no! He's had an absolute mare. He's gone in and he's clicked don't change tyres. I bet he thought it was don't change fuel. Oh no. Glenn's going to need another pit stop. Oh, it's a big shame. That's going to really ruin his race. Oh no. It's easily done. Very easily done. Give himself a drive-through penalty. Well, Feber has come out with a lead of 9.4 seconds. He can do another pit stop if he really wants to, by the look of it. Then Cagoose now is just 2.4 ahead of Royston. But he's on fresh soft tyres, so he should start to pull away again. Royston now on the podium. Living in fourth. Glynn, oh no, he's very second hand. Soft tyres, got to go into the pits again. He's going to drop him right into the pack. Big shame there for him. Qualified really well. Strong early pace. Obviously that contact was not ideal. The junkie spot pit glitch. Joe Burns then right on their heels. But what's happened further back? We've lost Mikey from P8. He's down to P10. What's happened there? Oh, Nobby's off. And Odon's going to go through. A bunch of tall cars having some strife on this lap then. And Odon picks them both off. Here he goes. Max Def closing in again. And while Zach has got ahead of Andy. He's up to 12th. Only going 14th. Jonesy down in P15. Ruins in again. Hopefully he'll change the tyres this time. Yep, tyres going off this time. Tyres going on, but he's going to drop all the way behind. Nobby and Mikey. Here he comes. Alright, now he's got some soft tyres on. He's ahead of Max Def. P10. He's got 3 cars close proximity ahead of him. These two are battling as well, Nobby and Mikey. So Glenn needs to make use of his fresh tyres. Big shame for him. He's going to wrap up Nobby very easily. Here he goes. Oh, he's at the side of Mikey as well. Oh, gives Mikey the squeeze. Oh, that's a big slide. Got through. Got the move done then, so 2 positions gained immediately. He starts to try and push back through. He's a bit wide though through the long left. Next target is Odon, who is 1.7 seconds ahead. Now is right with Royston as well. The gap's now under a second. This is for the final step on the podium. Royston has driven really well then coming through. From 7th, he avoided all the carnage at the start. He's at P4. He's inherited P3 from Glynn, who's had a bit of a shocker with the pit. But now he is under big pressure from that Mercedes of the Super Sub. Oblivion then filling in for Super Hands. Tyre situation, and in fact the Mercedes, his tyres are worse. Royston's front right's a little bit worse. The front left's about the same on both cars, but the rear tyres on that Mercedes are in worse condition than the BMW. He's gone a little bit hard into the penultimate corner. He gets it stopped though. Got a narrow line, thought about moving up the inside, but Royston saw that coming. And has taken a better line and has pulled away. The Glynn, then Glynn dropped back again. He's back behind Nobby and Mikey, so I haven't got ahead of them. Falling back behind them. And Max Def is all over him. He's had a moment somewhere. Zach's also dropped back behind Andy. He's had a bit of a moment on this lap. Look, it's going to be a very slow lap from Zach. Yeah, what's happened to Zach there? 2:04.1 on that lap then, so he's lost a bunch of time on that lap, and he's now 5 seconds behind Andy. Jonesy still circulating 14th and 15th. Up front, no troubles for this man then. He has bounced back in spectacular fashion after an off week last week with being a little bit under the weather. He's fighting fit this week, and he has 12.7 seconds to the good. So Gusto doing a superb job. Doing a superb job in P2. Backing his teammate up. Great points for the team. The battle though is on for the final step of the podium. Royston still holding off Oblivion. Top speed not as much as an issue around here for that BMW. But the bigger tyre might be. And he's a little bit wide, and Oblivion's going to switch back up the inside, and through he goes. And Oblivion then takes that final step on the podium. Royston though launches back onto the rear wing. Can he fight back? Doing really well. He's back down to 4th, where he spent a good chunk of the early part of this race. Still right with Oblivion then. Can he fight back? The final couple of corners we go. Tricky downhill braking zone here. Also going to be really working both of those front tyres. Derek and Joe circulating together in 5th and 6th. After their qualifying, I think they'll be very happy with that result. Gives them a good chance in race 2. So that Odon, Mikey, Glenn's back ahead of Nobby Norris. So we've got an Auto Trader car in front of a bunch of tools. The only man's car in the sandwich. Another only tool, bunch of tools cars with the Auto Trader bread of Max at the bottom of this sandwich. And you can see Andy as well, covering after his spin. And Zach as well back on at 53.5 there, much improved after that 2.04. Last time around he had a spin somewhere. And back down to 13th, Johnny Boy in 14th. And the driver on lap 5 as well with 2.11. And then Jonesy, he's getting quicker, he's down to 56s, so starting to find a little bit of speed, going quicker again to the 55s now. The time is coming there for Jonesy, he is finding it, but it's taken him the whole race. Battle for third arranging on, but Oblivion now 1.1 seconds ahead. Often closing in around the banking, but taking a suboptimal line. Those medium tyres looking very second hand even. So bear in mind these are the 50 flat for Fever. He's been teasing a 49, hasn't he? He's teasing it the night with a 50.1. Fever is showing unreal pace tonight. Oblivion's lead though up to 1.9 seconds now. Just a little bit from here we go further back. Mikey versus Glyn. On those worn medium tyres, Glyn on fairly fresh soft tyres. Both caught Odon as well then, so 1 lap to go. On to the final lap then, can Glyn get these 2 positions? Thinking about a move into turn 1. Not quite close enough though, but Mikey's gone wide. Trying to use that grip advantage there. He's kind of sliding its back end around, but he's got the traction. And through he goes, he's up to 8th then. 7th is dangling just in front of him as well, if he can catch him. Nobby and Max have just dropped away a little bit, and he's closing in. Recovering as well. Up front though, this man has been widely untroubled tonight. Really good. We'll have a look in a second. There's a split point coming up. No, he's not. He's 1.3 seconds down, so he's not pushing. Glyn meanwhile is with him. Glyn's with Odon. Mikey's coming with him as well. Odon's tyres, they're not bad to be fair. That Renault's looking after his tyres quite nicely. Other than the Peugeot a little bit further behind him. But up front then, it has been a bit of a cruise for this man. Out of the final corner he comes. Oh, what's happened to Joe? Joe's had a moment on the final lap then. Oh, he's all over the shop there, he's wide. Mikey's going to try and get to the inside. Glyn's all over Odon still. It's victory for Fever. So Goose comes across the line for P2. Great drive from him. Oblivion on his return to FTRL. He's going to bag himself a podium for himself and Super Hands. Great job with that front left tyre. They're looking very angry at the end there. Royster's going to fend off Derek right to death for 4th. Odon still under pressure from Glyn, but I think he's going to hold him off. Oh, Glyn's at the wall. And it will be P6 for Odon. 7th for Glyn. Mikey gets 8. Joe Burns a slip backwards on the final lap. He ends up 9th, and Nobby Norris gets P10. Max is just going to hold off Andy for P11. The switchback coming home in P13. And got caught up in some dramas early on. Johnny Boy then will be 14th. Of course, he's in 14th. And Jonesy then, who's had So then have a spin on lap 2. There's personal best right at the end there, 55.5, and that then is your race 1 result. Pole position, clean race, a victory, and the fastest lap as well, I believe. Was indeed. Then it is the perfect race from FIBA that led every lap as well. FIBA then victorious by 11 seconds then from Sagoose, so only man's 1-2. Oblivion then backing a 3rd place on the podium on his return. Royston held on for P4 just ahead of Derek there, who came through after that poor qualifying for a very good P5. Odon just holding off Glyn in the battle for P6. Glyn will be kicking himself after that pit stop there. I think he probably would have been with the guys battling for 3rd. If not for that little mistake there, so he'll be kicking himself for that one, but still bagged a solid P7. Mikey gets P8. Joe Burns slipping down to P9 there at the end there, having been right behind Derek for so long. Just ahead of Navi Norris, who is in 10th. Max Death in 11th, just held off Andy, who recovered after that spin to 12th. The luckless switchback then ends up P13. Saw him have to get caught up in that lap 1 accident and then get caught by Jonesy, who was also recovering after a spin. Johnny Boy had a drama, he slipped down to P14, and Jonesy, after that spin, ends up 15th. And that was race 1. So we have to do it all again now then. Now those who are on the soft tyres will be moving to the mediums. Is anybody who's did the mediums in that race going to go for softs in race 2? See if anybody's on the soft tyres. Well, Derek and Nobby Norris sat on the soft tyres in the pit lane. It just appears to be those two. Derek I couldn't understand because he's starting in P5. So he had a chance to get through. Nobby Norris in P10. It's a bold choice for him to run the soft tyre from there. But we'll see. Odon's now also switched to the soft tyre. Now Odon's starting in P6. So a couple of the guys towards the front of the grid are thinking about the soft tyres. For start of race 2, so he's doing donuts, going with his medium tyres. So, grid then is as per the results of race 1. It's another 11 laps then. FIBA now on the mediums as a Goose. 11 mediums. We've got Derek, Odon on the sauce as expected, and away we go for race 2. Oh, that Mazda's, that Subaru's not made a good start. The Blue has had a great launch, and he's already up alongside Sagoose into turn 1. I think Derek might have just given Sagoose a little bit of a nudge there into the corner. Of course, on those soft tyres, he's going to be keen to try and get through. Then Sagoose trying to tuck into FIBA's slipstream, but Oblivion in that Mercedes had a lightning start. He's up the inside, they're 3 wide into the left-hand hander, and he leads. Oblivion leads. Sagoose up to 2nd, then FIBA down to 3rd. Derek looking at the inside into the hairpin for lap 1. Are we going to get through okay this time? Seems to be. Everybody's through okay. Yep, everybody has survived. Then Sagoose leads. Living down a second. Derek trying to go around the outside of Fever. It's all changed at the front then. Royston 5th, Odon 6th. Down into his right-handed Derek's on the inside of Fever now, and through he goes. So Derek then on those soft tyres is cutting through nicely early on. Royston on the mediums that's caught onto the back as well. Brought Odon with him. He's on those soft tyres. There's cars wide in the background there. Who was it? It was Mikey. Ooh, sliding around there. Oh, Jonesy's backwards. He's in the wall on that one. Oh dear, it's all gone wrong. So Goose season by half a second from Oblivion. Derek in 3rd, Fever 4th, Royston 5th. Oh, Derek's popped out the train there. Fever look at the insides to come out of the hairpin. Side by side. Derek will stay ahead. Then he's looking at Oblivion then because he's got those soft tyres. He's trying to make use of them. He needs to get through. Fever's got to run here, but nowhere to go. It's very tricky to overtake around here without a mistake. Oh, massive tyre advantage. Oh, is that going deep? That's Odon going deep there, the penultimate corner. Reappears into shot then. Nobby in 7th. He's on those soft tyres, as we said. So is Joe Burns. Everybody else looks to be on the mediums. They are. And so Goosen leading as they come round to start lap 2. Oblivion in 3rd. Fever's got back ahead of Derek then. Derek's gone backwards there. Nobby Norris going up the inside of Odon. They're now side by side though. So start lap 2 over that crest. Odon will have the inside for this left-hander. Nobby Norris will have the inside for the hairpin if he can hold on around the outside. They're both on soft tyres. Side by side, Nobby's got the inside. He's now caught the back of Royston. Cuts across there in front of Odon. He switches sides. Trying to go the long way around. No way through though, but now Nobby's wide. Odon's up the inside. Great racing between those two, and through goes Odon. However, Nobby's still there. They're still side by side. He's now on the inside for the next one. Odon's going to try and hang it around the outside. Joe Burns arrives on the scene as well. Great battling in the pack here. Nobby Norrison is ahead, leaning on Odon, who's now got the inside for the next corner though. Joe Burns is there now, right to the back of Nobby, trying to go around the outside. Nobby holds on. How about Joe Burns? He's now alongside Odon as they come into the long banked corner. Odon right at the top of the circuit, and Joe's through. Good driver there from Joe Burns. Still in there, trying to buy into this as well. Odon then switches to the inside. Joe Burns goes a little defensive, but Odon's there. He's through the side by side on the brakes. Joe Burns holds on. Goes a little bit deep. Odon trying to sneak up the inside, but the door's shut in his face. Great battling there. Oh, now Joe Burns is wide. Odon's going to get it after all. After all that hard work. Gifted back to him. And through goes Odon. And now Glyn on the attack. It's Zach then on the back then in P10. And we've got Andy, Mikey, and Max, Johnny Boy, and oh dear, Jonesy's had another spin at the same spot as the last slap. So Goosen's still leading now, 1.2 seconds to the good. Going really well so far. Oblivion giving chase, but he's got Fever all over him and Derek there as well. And he's pulled a bit of a gap then over Nobby Norris, who's going well in 5th. With Royston tucked it behind him. Once again on those medium tyres in that BMW. So he's saving his for race 3. And then trying to buy into this battle again. Joe Burns still there. And Zach's through into 9th. He's got ahead of Glyn. And he's there, and Mikey as well. Then 2.6 seconds covering the gap. I think it's 1.1 for 1.2 for Sir Goose then. Head down to this long banked corner for the 3rd time. Goose had a bit of a breakthrough week last time out. Double podium at Daytona. He's got one podium to his name to knock the Lamborghini there on the brakes. It's a tricky car. As it starts to slide there, did very well to control that. Advantage as well. Oblivion now coming under increasing pressure from Fever. Mercedes starting so quickly then. Despite being on those soft tyres, not able to make any more headway than he's stuck in 4th at the minute. not close enough to attacking Fever, so he's going to try and nurse those tyres to the finish. In the background, we've got switchback attacking Joe Burns for P8 down the inside in turn 1. Up the inside he goes and gets the position done, or does he? Joe Burns fights back on the outside. Switchbacks on the mediums, soft tyres on that Lamborghini, and Joe Burns has held position for now. He's now got Odon ahead of him. Odon trying to give the slipstream to Zach, who's ahead as they come around the left-hander. We'll give him the inside for the hairpin. And that might be moved on for Zach, but Joe's going to try and fight around the outside still. Yeah, he's still there. He's back ahead. He's the left-hander, but he's been balked now by Odon. Oh, he's got the move done. He's back ahead. Good move from Joe Burns. I love that. Now he attacks Odon. Down the inside, into the right-hander. Through he goes, up to 7th. Odon wide. Is Zach going to try and get through the inside? Oh, Odon catches the grass. Joe Burns could do with Andy getting involved with this battle. Odon's back up the inside of Joe Burns through the long left-hander. A little bit of touch there. The back end of the Lamborghini getting loose. And he holds position for now. Zach going to have to buy into this one as well. Battling here. Battling Odon then. Trying to regroup. Come back at Joe Burns. Both of them on the soft tyres. Zach behind them is on the mediums. Jones had a bit of a poor run up the hill there, but Odon's going to wrap him up here. What a drive off the corner. Oh, what a move. Odon there with such great grip there and drive off that uphill corner, but then he's gone deep in the penultimate corner. Joe Burns trying to fight back. He's got the move done for now. Joe Burns again though. Zach to the inside. Zach up the inside of Joe Burns again. Oh, Odon's wide. Odon's very wide. He's just about kept it on the track. But both Zach and Joe Burns go through. And now they're side by side. Zach dips a tyre in the dirt. Joe Burns on the brakes going deep into the corner. Oh, he's sideways now though. Zach's got the moves on, or has he? No, Joe Burns is still there. Still at the inside, still side by side. It feels like these cars have been side by side for about the last 3 laps. In some way, shape or form, Andy's now arrived in this battle. Joe Burns trying to hang around the outside, sliding. He's up on the grass. Is Odon going to get back through? He is. And Andy's going to get through as well. Andy now trying to buy into this battle. The 2 Auto Trader cars duking out with the 2 Tom and some Mongs cars. Boris in 6th going well. Nobody else in 5th going well. Closing in on Derek a little bit then. Meanwhile up front, gaps come down to half a second. However, Oblivion is still not free of the shackles of Fever. He's looking every which way now. Just lost something on time on this lap by the look of it. Only a 10th different last time around. Now he's all over the back and thinks about a move into the final corner. Fever then thinks about a move into the final corner as well. It's attack and defence for Oblivion. Here's the 2 teammates. Derek is closing back in ever so slightly. Mistake maybe somewhere on that lap from Sir Goose. Just lost a little bit of time, and Oblivion had a good lap as well. 52.1 here for 52.6, so it's about half a second. Then had a bit of a wobble to turn first corner there. Gets away ever so slightly for the lead. Oh, Oblivion thought about it, had a look. Sir Goose though slamming the door in his face. But Oblivion is signalling his intent then. Both these cars on the medium tyres, so they shouldn't have any tyre concerns. So the front tyres better on the Lamborghini, but the rears are worse. It's the other way around for that Mercedes. And Oblivion there all over the back of Sir Goose now. Every which way for a gap then. That crest is a very tricky downhill corner. You've got to brake before the crest because the car will drop and you will understeer wide. And on the grass on the exit is Oblivion. That'll give Sir Goose a couple of car lengths respite and brings Fever right back into this battle. Behind them, Derek is managing his tyres by the look of it. Oblivion again looking at Zagoose. On the brakes, Fever looking at the inside as well. Lights ablaze. That Mercedes there shaking its hips as he tries to get the power down. Up the hill we go. Oh, he's on the grass. That could be Fever's opportunity. No, he's held him off. Just. Needs to be careful, he'll have dirty tyres into this braking zone. Can he get it stopped? He's a little bit wide. Fever's going to try and cut to the outside, then cut for the inside. Oh, slide over the rear as he covers the inside. Fever to the outside as they head across the line. Almost side by side. Oblivion's got the inside for turn 1 though. Fever trying to cut back, and now Derek's there. Derek's up the inside. Derek returns, he's up the inside and into 3rd place. So Fever goes from attacking and trying to take a position, and he gets mugged and loses one. Great opportunism there from Derek, who looks like he's going to try and get his tyres all the way to the end. He's not pitted. All what this has done is given Guso a 2-second lead. So he's looking very comfortable. Come in, Derek, why not? Well, he's going to lose a lot of time if he does. Odon's now clear in 5th. He's caught and past Royston, who's now slipped back towards Zach. And there's Glyn, who's now ahead of Max. What's happened to Joe Burns? He's down to 11th. He's pitted, that's why Joe Burns is down a little bit. Johnny Boy in 12th. Mikey's had some dramas, 209, so he's had a moment on that last lap. Nobby Norris has just pitted as well. He's now 14th. Jonesy soldiering on. Enjoying himself. Oh dear, he's had another drama. Oh, Fever has got back ahead of Derek. There you go, down, look at the field for a minute, and you miss a position change in this battle for P2. So Oblivion's still 2nd, Fever back into 3rd then. Derek has been relegated again. Oblivion had a bit of a twitch there, Fever trying to get alongside, but that Mercedes got some serious grunt in a straight line. Defending the inside again, Fever to the outside, he's got ahead. Oh, he's got him very hot there. Oh, but he's got it done. Oh, what a move from Fever. What a move from Fever. He sent it hard into the penultimate corner. I thought he got into the wall. He sent it round the outside. Brake later. Got it stopped somehow. End up with the inside line for the final corner, and into P2 he goes. So once again, it's an only man's 1-2. It's reversed this time around though. Doing well in P5. Clear of Royston, who's still got Zach all over him. And Andy, then Glyn. Then Joe Burns on those fresh soft tyres in 11th. And Brian 12th. Mikey in 13th. Nobby Norris. Then that was the 220. Now that seems like a long lap, because if you look at Joe Burns did 2 minutes when he pitted. Now we did 220. So I think Nobby lost some time. I think he's in a drama somewhere as well in all that. Oh, Goose on the inside there, catches the grass, very nearly goes around. Has thrown away a good half a second, 8/10 there from his lead. Fever is now right on the back of his teammate. And interesting, Fever has the fastest lap of the race, despite being on the medium tyres. So it's the Goose now just suffering a little bit with tyre wear at the rear. Will Fever let him have this one? Next question. All the way now ever so slightly from Oblivion, who is, his tyres looking very, very angry. Unsafe, they rage farted as a Goose. Oblivion's tyres looking very second hand, then Derek's as well. Derek's front left on that Mitsubishi. Very second hand, and he's still got 3 laps to do. I don't think that front left tyre is going to be in any shape come that last lap then. Fever now right on the back of Sir Goose. What's the team plan here? If the only rule is do not take your teammate out. Now Fever, you all know, is one of the cleanest drivers in all of FTRL, so I have no doubt in my mind he will not do anything silly. However, he does need to be wary because there is an Oblivion closing back in again. Goes to 54.7 that time around, 52.9 from Fever, 53.6 from Oblivion, 54.2 from Derek, and I think he is going to drop away from this battle now because that front left tyre is about cooked. If he pitted, he'd lose one place to Odon. He might come back out around about Zach, but he'll have a couple of laps to get back at him. So there is the option there for Derek if he needs to pit. Oh, what's going on for the lead? Fever around the outside. Fever swept into the lead. So there we go then. He's not going to sit behind him. He's going to go for it, and through he goes. Fever then to the 4. Now Oblivion and Sir Goose will renew their rivalry from earlier in this race. And Fever is going to check out, probably. It's a shame for Sir Goose. I think he deserved a win here, but he's made a little mistake there and just left himself vulnerable. And Fever taking no prisoners around the outside of the long banked corner. Sir Goose is just struggling a little bit with the rears, I think. Oblivion's tyres looking angry, but there's still plenty of grip in those. Goose just needs to watch those rear tyres. How's Derek getting on then? He's got a slither left on that front left tyre. He's caught back up again. Oh, was that a change for P2? I think Goose is a little bit wide. Oblivion thought about it. Well, perhaps unsafe, but then they both would have been vulnerable. So Goose is the big boy. I'm sure he can fight his own battles. Derek is back in this, despite having no front left tyre left. He is attacking Oblivion. Oblivion meanwhile is now looking at Goose. Oh, there's going to be contact there. There's a touch. For a bust. Can you let him have it back? I think he does. Oh, they're side by side, they're bouncing off each other around that long left-hander. Derek's trying to buy into this as well. They're making it 3 wide. That's brave. Oh, and Oblivion's through. Now these two are mates, I'm sure they are. So we're discussing that amongst themselves. Does Goose have another look back then? Oblivion there. He's slightly wider line. Derek is still in this battle as well, despite having no front left tyre. Oh, he's ahead. He's ahead. Then going into the banking, but he's going to go so wide here because he's got no grip. Yep, and Sir Goose just swoops back up the inside. Odon in the background is closing in, but he's also got no left-hand side tyres on front or rear. Glyn and Joe Burns all squabbling as well. Max Steph there just behind as well. Joe Burns then goes around the outside of Glyn. Hanging wide there. I think he's going to try and let Joe through. Keeps ahead of Glyn. Yeah, Joe goes through then. Johnny Boy lucky in 13th. Harvey Norris then. Competitive lap times again, but too much work to do after losing a bags of time earlier on. And Jonesy meanwhile continues to pain. Fever looking untroubled up front. We're on the final lap of the race. So Goose's rear tyres I think are going to count him out of this battle, and Derek has got no front left at all now. Behind him he's only saving grace. I think it's Odon has also got no left tyres at all on that Renault. So Goose around here, he can push a little bit. Derek will just be suffering so much now. He's dropping reasonably consistently. Let's look at this battle then. Royston has now got Joe Burns all over him, and he's still fending off Glyn in the battle for 9th. Joe Burns to the outside of Royston. He's got more grip, he's trying to hang on around the outside. Oh, Royston gives him a squeeze. He's just about enough room on the outside, but shuts the door. Joe Burns then looking up the inside into the next left-hander, makes the move, opens the door, through he goes. And that should be that then. Joe Burns is through. Into 7th, then Royston 8th, and he's still holding off Glyn, who's a bit high at the bank in there. Glyn's right on the low side, trying to get up the inside. Nothing happening. Max Steph closing in. Johnny Boy, Mikey, Nobby, Jonesy As you were, this man though has been superb in this one, bided his time. Took his opportunity and has cleared off again. It is a double victory for Fever. He's victorious, and Oblivion comes home with a great P2. Great drive from him. Fought hard for that one. Sir Goose there led this race for so long. Ends up though with just a P3, but that's still a very solid result. Derek there has just about survived on that dead front left tyre. Odon gets P6 there, just holding off Zach by 6/10 in the end. They nearly got him in the end. Joe Burns gets P7. Royston's P8. Andy's P9. Glyn is P10. 11th for Max Def. Johnny Boy's going to cross the line then in P12. It's P13 for Mikey. P40 for Nobby Norris. Showing there he's had good pace early on, running in P5, but a drama just before his pit stop on lap 6 there, 2:20, cost him massively. And let's go have a look at how Jones is getting on. The understeer there on those medium tyres. Struggling a little bit on the brakes for that corner there. The Ferrari there, very loose at the back. A little bit of lock on. Up over the hill. And around again. Unfortunately there, I think what happened there was he let off the brake and wasn't trail braking. Across the line then. 4P15. So a night to forget so far for Jonesy. However, he will be joining. He will be starting race 3 on pole position, but it is a double victory so far tonight for Fever. That's 2 in from 2 so far. Derek's saying his plan was to stop, but the pacer front was so electric he didn't get a chance. And yep, that's pretty fair. Fever then victorious with the fastest lap as well. Oblivion then, great job from him in P2. So Goose gets P3, double podium for him so far. Derek and coming home for P4. Odon gets P5, just ahead of Zach in P6. Joe Burns coming back, having made a pit stop. He gets a P7. Royston was P8. Andy P9. Just held off Glyn then for P10. Max behind them in 11th. Then it was Johnny Boy in 12th. Mikey in 13th. He had a drama somewhere. Nobby Norris also had a drama, despite being on the soft tyres there. That cost him about 20 seconds. So he would have been... Where would he have been? Maybe around about 7th. Yeah, I think he'd have been 7th without that drama. In 14th. And Jonesy, who we saw having multiple dramas, in 15th. So, 2 races down. The third race in is a reverse grid. Reverse result. So, Josie and Nobby Norris then will be our front row for this one. Wait for the grid to be set up and race 3 then. So predictions for this one please then. Are we going to see somebody who is starting at the front cut through? Of course we'll have Jonesy on mediums, and Nobby Norris will be on the medium tyres as well, but then you look at the likes of Mikey will be on the softs, Johnny Boy will be on the softs, Max Def will be on the soft tyres as well. So some quick boys at the front on soft tyres. Are they going to be able to hold off the charging from the likes of Fever, Goose, Oblivion, who's starting at the back, but we've seen they have got a really good pace. Of course, Oblivion will be on the soft tyres in this one, so Oblivion will be quick, but he needs to cut through from the back. Good evening, Dusty Fossil. Welcome. How goes the move? Well, better late than never. Better late than never. So we are about to. I was waiting for the grid for race 3 to be set up. We'll get going then. So everybody who hasn't used the soft tyres now will be on them. Of course, this is not the end of the action for this for FTRL this week. We are back tomorrow with GT1. We are back here again at Alsace, so please do join SBY as he will guide you through the action tomorrow. Last week in GT1 there were victories for FTRL Panda in the sprint race, despite claiming he didn't have the speed around there, and then Biggles held off Graham, making the same two-stop strategy that Nobby Norris tried to get a victory with, or just missed out on getting a podium with. Him and Graham made it work. 1 and 2. And Panda getting a third then, so very tight at the top of GT1. How will we get on tomorrow? Please join SB 30 on Friday. Double the helping of FTRL action here from Alsace. This week 5, which makes the halfway point of the season. Next week then we are at Kyoto Yamagiwa for an endurance race. So the second endurance race of the season. The first one was at St. Croix, and it is a reverse championship order, so no qualifying next week. Endurance race, 48 laps of Yamagiwa then, so a long old slog around the touristy natured of Yamagiwa then, but we are ready then for race 3. On pole position is for some reason Nobby Norris. No, he's not. What's going on there? That's a glitch. It is Jonesy on pole. We've got 3, 4 and 5 red lights, and the final race of the night is go. It's a good start from Mikey in third. He gets up alongside Jonesy on the outside then. Nobby's got the lead on the inside. That's headed to turn 1 for the first time in race 3. Jonesy's hanging wide there. He's trying to get out of everybody's way. Johnny Boy nearly leaves him off the track anyway. Oh, who's that? It's 4, 5 wide in the back there. Odon getting squeezed out to the grass. But Nobby and Mikey lead. Then it's a bunch of tools. 1, 2. Oh, and Mikey goes to the back of his teammate. Selfish prick, Mikey. It's 3 wide. Max Def now buying into this one. They're 3 wide on the run down to this right hander. Nobby's on the inside. Max on the outside. Mikey in the middle. Mikey gets ahead of all of them. And Glyn, where's the odds of the Max? He's down to 5th. Glyn's up to 3rd. Oblivion's up to 3rd already. From 14th on the grid. He is flown through the pack. Now on the inside of Nobby Norris. Nobby Norris is on the wrong tyres, I think. He's on the soft tyre again. Oh, a couple of cars right up on the outside of the bank in there. Switch back to the cut through on those soft tyres as well. He knows he needs a good result here because he's had a bit of a stinker tonight. Not through his own doing necessarily. He's up to 4th though, goes past Glyn. Max Def there trying to buy him. Max is leaning on Glyn to come off the corner. Right, over. Jonesy. 15th. Mikey then leading the way then as they head down the hill for the first time. We've got Oblivion and Switchback are side by side. Oblivion's Switchback's down the inside of the first part but Oblivion's got the inside for the final corner. It hits the wall. Hits the wall on the exit, and that's going to give Switchback the inside and a run. These two are flying up the grid. What a start from Oblivion. On the outside then, but I think he's going to have to cede the place as he... Oh no, that Mercedes has got such good power. Fighting back there, he's held on. Great driving from Oblivion there. Back to the inside. Oh, wow. Oblivion chopping over just to the... oh, then he gets a big slide. And Switchback's going to get up the inside again. You see this battle's not over. Nobby Norris is wide ahead of them. And Zach's up the inside and through again. Great battling here. Mikey trying to make hay while the sun shines. He's the leader. There's a glitch going on with Nobby Norris because they can't have got any time. For some reason, then it's 1 minute 50 apparently back to Switchback. Seems legitimate. There's a little glitch going on with Nobby at the minute. And the Anglin battling over P5. He's on the medium tyres and he's on the soft. So I think they'll probably afford to let him go here. Goose has had a good start as well, he's up to 7th. And then Max now down to 8th. Beavers into 9th, he's had a good start as well. Wilson in 10th, then Derek in 11th. Joe Burns 12th, Odon 13th, Johnny Boy 14th. He's dropped to the back, then he's got the grass. He's having a stinker. Switchback up to 2nd then. That's Nobby Norris in. Oh, Oblivion going with a big old dive into the penultimate corner. Getting by Nobby Norris as well. Switchback then takes the fastest lap of the race at 51.4. It's going to be a clear track. Can he chase down Mikey for the race lead? Top 3 all on the same strategy. Andy in 5th as well. Nobby Norris is on the soft tyres, but I think he ran them in the last race. Glenn's the leading medium tyre runner in 6th. The teammate behind him in 7th. And Max is on the soft tyres in 8th. Beaver in 9th. Medium tyres. Royston's on the softs in 10th. Derek on the mediums in 11th. And Joe Burns on the medium in 12th. Medium tyre for Odon as well in 13th. He's on the medium tyre. And Johnny Boy on the softs. He's had a drama. He's dropped back behind Jonesy again. He's making some move now. He's making some progress onto the back of Nobby Norris. Gap for the lead, then it's now under a second then, so Switchback is on the charge. Closing down on our race leader. Chipping away. Down to half a second then, so Zach's having a strong lap here. Keep to feel the pressure. Oblivion there as well in the top 3, covered by 1.3 seconds. Zach looking very racy at this point. Under pressure from Andy, 50.8 from the Switchback then. Is the new fastest lap of the race, however Oblivion behind him has just gone even quicker with 50.7. So this gap is coming together. It's now just a second covers the front 3. So Monkey's now under some serious pressure. These 3 know they have to run away. They're going to make their stop. Because tyre wear wise, I mean, Mikey and Switchbacks aren't looking too bad. Oblivion they will definitely have the stop we saw in that last race. The medium tyres got chewed up on that Mercedes, so the soft tyres are very unlikely to see the distance. And he's now into 4th behind in the background. Nobby Norris. Goose is now 6th, and Max is 7th, so Glynn split back a little bit. Fever's now 8th, 9th, and Norris in 10th. Now the 9.5 second gap takes us back to Max Def at the minute. So at the minute, the front 3 if they came out would be ahead of Fever. We do being ahead of this. Look at this pack of cars here. You got Fever, Glynn, Royston, Derek, Joe Burns, and Odon. You want to be ahead of this gaggle. He's currently battling with Johnny Voigt for 14th in this one. Let's battle for the front 3. He's your current podium citizen. Short into the corner, but Zach's had a good exit. Still just a second covering these front 3. Can the Peugeot, can the Mazda get the time? Now Zach's tyres are looking worse than Mikey's at the minute. Mikey's doing a good job looking after those front tyres. Goes for that front left. 51s. They're sliding the rear of that car around. Mikey does a personal best. 51.3. 51.6. 51.7. So second slower on that lap. Fourth, Bobby in 5th. 6th, then he's got ahead of Fever. We lost on this track. Oh, Goose, what's up with the Goose? Oh, the Goose there is at a moment. He's down to 13th. It's a big shame for him that. He was looking in a very strong position. Mikey still leads, Zach still second, Oblivion still third. See any pit stops then. Mikey's tyres look the best of the front 3. Yeah, that Mazda is good on its tyres as well though. Mid-engine car. See, it doesn't look like a mid-engine car. It looks a similar layout to the Mercedes behind there. He's on the grass though. It's counterproductive from Zach. Yeah, the engine is so far back in that car. It's technically classed as a mid-engine car. One of the things they do a lot with modern GT cars, even the front engine ones, so you're looking at your AMGs, your Mustang, the BMW, they mount the engine so far back in the engine bay, it's pretty much under the driver's feet, to give it a good centre of gravity. So even the front engine car isn't really a front engine car anymore. Head then down the final couple of corners. Switchback has launched himself back onto the rear of Mikey. Run wide. We're going to see any pit stops. Zach's in. Zach's pitting. I thought he might try and make it, but he's going into the pits. Zach's looking for an undercut. And he goes through. Nobody goes through. Max and Fever coming through. Fever's now up to 7th and battling with Max. On the outside there is Zach coming back out there. He's just ahead of the pair of them. That'll be critical for his race. Max is thinking about a move. Squeezing tyres in the background. Zach has just come out ahead. Stayed ahead then. That could be critical for his race. And Max looking at the inside there. He's just trying to block Fever to help his teammate out. Max is on the soft tyres, but he hasn't stopped yet. And they're looking not too bad, considering they're 5.5 laps old. That tyre well will get worse over the second half of the race because you do slide a lot more with less grip. Fever looking to the inside. Max jerks to the inside, but Fever goes back again and through. Fever there. With a Max Verstappen move under the braking. Oh, Fever shutting the door on Max as he looks up the inside. Good move that from Fever. He's up to 6th place then. Lead medium tyre runner. So then, Mikey then, what has he got? Is he going to be in this lap or is he going to try and go the distance on those tyres? Oblivion, I think, will be in. If he's got any sense, he'll come in this lap. Give himself as much time as he can do to try and claw back any time and places he loses. Well done with Zach getting caught up behind Fever and Max, really, because that might have been enough to jump him. But Zach then is now only 7.9 seconds off the back of the leader. Oh, what's up to Mikey? Mikey's had a moment on this lap. Oh, he's had another moment, he's off. Oblivion goes into the pits. Mikey spins at the final corner. Andy's in, Mikey's in. No, Mikey's just thrown it away. Nobody's in, Zach will come through. Where does Oblivion come out? Right behind Fever. So Fever in P2. Has got Oblivion on fresh softs right behind him. Zach has used the undercut perfectly though. He leads. Oblivion to the inside. Fever shutting the door, but Oblivion still looking. Oh dear. Glyn in fourth. Andy's in fifth then, just behind Glyn. And Mikey in sixth there, and just had a bit of a meltdown as he goes to the pits. He's leading this one, but he's had a drama in the final sector, and then a drama at the final corner. Throwing away a potential podium here. He's got a bit of work to do to get back there. Still got half a race. Nobby in seventh. Goose is eighth. Derek in ninth. 10th Road on 11th. Max Death. Jonesy's 12th. Joe Burns is 13th. Royston is 14th. John Boy in 15th. Zach Lee that is growing. It's 2.8 seconds then. Oblivion has not yet found a way through. On Fever, these two battle hard in race 2. Oblivion kicking progressing the inside of the corner, snaking the rear around, and he's all over Glyn in the battle for P4. A little bit wide up the hill, Mikey trying to close in. Nobby Norris kicking up some dirt as well in the background. Doing a good job as well there. Andy on fresh soft tyres. That's his Mikey. That is Nobby. He's not yet. Been able to get on terms and make a move. Oblivion has passed Fever finally. He's got around the outside of the first corner. He uses the grunt of that Mercedes SLS, and he's taken P2, but he's now got 3.3 seconds to switch back. Try and close down. We've seen he's quick though. The fastest lap. Well, no, Zach has taken the fastest lap back now with a 50.5 that time around, so now he's got some clear track. Switchback has ignited the afterburners and is away. However, Oblivion responds by going 3/10 purple in sector 1. Andy looking for a way past Glyn, switches to the inside. Just about there, gives him just enough room on the inside. Side by side off the corner, and he's got the inside for the right-hander. He's going to try and hang on though, but that superior grip there, I think he's going to tell now, and Mikey now trying to attack as well. Tries to switch back up the inside, coming off the corner. And holding him off though as they head around the banking. Mikey trying to look for a way through. That gives him a little bit of a love tap. So much more grip at this stage. Glyn driving very well there, placing his car perfectly, stopping Mikey, finding a way through. Now Nobby Norris is on the back of them again. The corner, Mikey thinks about a move at the final corner. That's ambitious. Ooh, Glyn though, he got spooked wide. The grunt of that Nissan off the final corner, but Mikey then using the grip, he's up the inside into turn 1. That is P5 back for Mikey. Battling there then, Mikey setting that one up nicely. Compromises to run out the final corner. Using the momentum into turn 1. Glyn using that Nissan's grunt then to get back on terms. Mikey covers the inside. There's Norris looking now. Just shut the door on Nobby in a bit of a moment. Dropping back, so Goose is in 8th. And he's off to Burns. Oh, and Royston's off, and Jonesy gives him an absolute yeet. For good measure. So Goose is in 8th, Max is 9th. 10th for Derek, 11th for Odon. He's got going again, Jonesy's let him go. And the boy then has pitted, and he's now 14th place then, but switch back to lead 3.5 seconds. 10th quicker last time around as well than Oblivion, so I think he's seen off that fret there with Oblivion though. Looking comfortable in P2. 2.2 seconds ahead of Fever. 5.8 over Andy. Marking out 1.9 behind him, who's dropping Glyn, who is still fending off Nobby Norris. For ninth, Goose, Odon and Derek on the medium tyres, so Goose's rear tyre looking very, very angry. He's significantly better, and he's looking for a move up the inside. And allowed Derek to buy into this as well. Looks at the inside there, but Odon just about shutting the door. Derek then feeds to the inside. On the outside of Goose, who's just struggling a little bit with the rear tyres. That might give Odon a sniff here. He's up the inside. Into the long left, there he goes. Goose is going to switch back to the inside though. And gets back ahead. Has a slide though. This one's not finished. Odon's got the inside line again. Hasn't got the overlap anymore though. Oh, there's contact there though. Oh, Odon's giving him a punt. Goose has held on though. Great car control. Derek takes full advantage though. Through he goes. Derek gets to the head of this pack, so waited for his opportunity, and it was gift wrapped for him. Takes P9, he's down 10th, and Odon in 11th, and now Royston closing in with Jonesy as well. Jonesy's going a lot better in this one. You can see he's finally into the 53, so Jonesy just steadily found pace across the night. Front note, Zach's lead is comfortable over Oblivion, who's also comfortable ahead of Fever. Andy dipping a tyre. Meanwhile, Nobby and Glyn. Nobby's finally getting the move done for P6. And Max in the back row is going round. He's going to hold on though, he's retained his place. Final lap then of race 3 then. Fight back against Derek. He lost that place when he was in contact with Odon last time around. Royston and Jonesy are also closing in ever so slightly. He's not finished with Max Deffer is now tantalisingly not far up the road, having had that spin. He should have got his tyres cleaned up. Now his tyres are fine, so this one has been a night of what could have been for Zach though. He's going to finish the night strongly at least. Comfortably looking to be victorious in this one. Oblivion's had a really strong night as well on his return. Fever 2 first and a third. I think that is a superb night work from him. That night rages on. Goose is not finished yet, is he? Struggling a little bit mid-corner. Goose trying to get up the inside. Right, just about shuts the door in his face. Hold on, Royston arriving on the scene. Jonesy's on the grass in the background. He's now sideways. We'll let him have his moment off scrammer. I think he's had enough tonight. But it's victory then for Switchback. P2 for Oblivion. And Fever then is the final step on the podium. Well, Andy's just got a hold of Mikey there. Well, Mikey will be kicking himself for throwing away possible podium in that one. Ends up P5. Nobby Norris gets P6. And off a solid night for him. Good night there from Glyn as well. P7. Max will hold on to P8, and Derek's going to hold on for P9. Ahead of Goose, and Odon just held off Royston. Well, they tied. Royston and Odon went across the line together, literally to the thousandth look. Odon and Royston are together. James is going to come in P13. This is the best result of the night. I think he'll be very glad to see the back of this one. Johnny Boy then is the final finisher in 13th place. Make that 14th because Jonesy's already raged out of this one. But it all went wrong at turn 2 on race 1. But he's finished the night strongly. It is victory for Switchback in race 3. Taking the fastest lap as well by 3.5 seconds over Oblivion, who had a really strong run to second in that one. Fever coming through from the back of the grid then to take P3. And he just held off Mikey at the end there for P4. And with Mikey ending up P5. Nobby behind him in P6. Glyn, solid drive to him in P7. Max Def there ending up P8. Derek there just providing in that great scrap there between himself, Sir Goose and Odom, with Royston joining the party right at the end there. Jonesy ending up in 13th, Johnny Boy in 14th, and Joe Burns unfortunately lost earlier on. 51. In it, Pagani, in it. Absolutely mad. Well, and there we go. That is the end of the GT2 action for tonight. Thank you very much for everybody for tuning into the stream. If you haven't liked it before you go, please do so. Thank you, of course, for commenting along the way. Back tomorrow at 8:30 for GT1. Please do join SBY. He will help guide you through the action of the GT1 race here at Alsace. Once again, we will have 3 races: the sprint format with the F1 style knockout qualifying from the test track. So please do join him for that. But from me for this evening, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that racing action, and we will see you again real soon.